Hi guys and welcome to Crazy Pepper Revenge. This channel is all about crazy true stories, stuff that happens in real life when things get a little bit messy, people dealing with drama, cheating, lies, breakups, and even revenge. Some stories are wild, some are emotional, but all of them will keep you watching. If you like real talk and real situations, you're in the right place. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stick around. This is Crazy Pepper Revenge, where the stories get spicy.
Looks like there are holes in this rubber too.
So I've been married to Megan for 14 years with two kids, Sarah, 12, and Todd, 10. We got married right out of high school. Until 3 months ago, I thought we had a strong marriage. But little things started making me uneasy. Started suspecting she was cheating with her coworker, Kirk Langford. Every time she went on business trips or conferences, she'd come back later than expected. I hesitated to confront her, fearing I'd appear paranoid. When she had a conference in Baltimore, I decided to surprise her. Drove 2 hours to the Marriott, told the hotel clerk I was Phil Jenkins, and got a key to room 214. Found Megan at a desk doing paperwork. She was surprised but happy to see me, suggested dinner and staying the night. We had sex, she went to shower, and I felt relieved my suspicions were wrong. Until I found a pack of 6 contraceptives in her toiletry bag while looking for aspirin. I'd had a vasectomy years ago. We didn't need them. Used a safety pin to poke holes in every single one and put them back. Called my friend Freddie to give me a fake emergency call later. At dinner, I couldn't resist probing. Asked if she was happy with our marriage. She replied affirmatively. Mentioned having nice home. 2 great kids. Husband who loves her. I shared my occasional doubts about keeping her happy. Expressed feelings of being lucky to have such a fabulous wife. My cell phone rang as plates were being cleared. Explained Freddie had called about water pipe breaking at school, apologized that I really had to get back, canceling our planned night together. While boarding elevator, Kirk Langford got off and greeted Megan. Mentioned he'd stopped by her room for supper, but got no answer. Extended his hand, introduced himself. That confirmed everything. It was challenging to shake hands and feign pleasant smile. Entire journey home. Couldn't shake thought of Kirk stopping by Megan's room after supper. By the time I reached house, I was a wreck. 2 days later, Megan returned home with gleeful demeanor, infuriating me further. Checking her bag, I found 1 contraceptive remaining, still with hole. Saturday brought Globe Insurance Company picnic. I wasn't looking forward to it, suspecting some colleagues were aware of the situation. Woman named Janet Langford introduced herself. She was stunning, long auburn hair, big blue eyes, perfect body. Left me wondering why Kirk would cheat on someone like her. After exchanging pleasantries, we found quieter place to talk by the lake. She hesitated, expressing difficulty bringing up delicate subject. I knew she was aware of the affair, decided to make it easier by mentioning I'd just found out that week. Janet seemed relieved, shared she'd known for about 2 months. Explained plans to have divorce papers served. Revealed she'd hired detective to gather proof. She mentioned having photos, taped phone conversations, times and dates as evidence. She was also taking legal action against Globe Insurance, possessed statements confirming management officials were aware of affair and took no action. Kirk was playing golf next morning. She invited me over mid-morning while he'd be gone until late afternoon. Could show me what she had, figure out if we could work together. We both chuckled. Not really a date, but we knew what she meant. Next morning, Megan informed me she had shopping to do. After she left, I dropped kids at Mom's and headed to Janet's place. She had surveillance set up at a motel where they met. Cost her $400, but we got it all recorded. We engaged in small talk for 20 minutes. Janet shared information she'd collected about affair. Photos, tapes, documents. Details left me both amazed and crushed. Surprisingly, Janet had 3 large koi ponds in backyard. I expressed interest in bringing children over to see them. Monitor showed activity. Kirk and Megan entered room immediately, undressing without small talk. Video was clear, though sound garbled. I felt uneasy watching my wife with another man while sitting with Janet. Finally addressed Janet, expressing discomfort and asking if we had to watch all of it. She confirmed she wasn't interested either, decided to discontinue viewing. However, entire event was being recorded, which was all we needed for lawyers. Asked to see her koi ponds instead. Her eyes lit up because I'd shown interest in her hobby. 3 fish ponds were fantastic. I was particularly intrigued by pumping and filter systems, given my background as plumber. Kirk didn't assist with her hobby at all. I offered to help anytime Kirk was playing golf. Next few weeks were challenging. Each time Megan took shower, I'd check her bag to find new supply of contraceptives. Kept safety pin on keychain, ready to puncture them. Megan used 48 contraceptives in 2 weeks alone. On evenings following Kirk's golf games, kids would excitedly recount their visit to Koi Lady, showing Megan pictures of fish they drew. She never connected Kirk's wife to Koi Lady, seemed relieved I could keep kids occupied. Made 2 more attempts to persuade her to quit job and end involvement with Kirk. Both times received same rejection. Also started making excuses to avoid closeness. She responded with digs about my masculinity. Finally, on Tuesday night, she dropped bombshell. Expressed feeling really stressed lately, suggested taking few days off work to visit her sister for about a week. Megan's sister Nancy and husband Brad lived about 3 hours away. Interestingly, their town had 2 termination clinics. I'd gathered names, addresses, operating hours for both. Familiarized myself with terms of agreement, noting 2-day cooling-off period, both mandated. Thursday morning, after 3-hour drive, I reached Family Planning Center. Approaching receptionist with confidence, explained I was Phil Jenkins, and my wife Megan had instructed me to sign consensual agreement form. She confirmed Megan's identity, mentioned her sister had signed, but my signature would be better. Seized opportunity and signed form below Nancy's signature. Noticed procedure scheduled for Friday morning 11 a.m. with requirement to be there hour early. Receptionist assured me Megan had already paid full $800 in cash. Reception at Nancy and Brad's place was overwhelmingly insincere. Megan expressed surprise at my presence. Responded by explaining Mom and Dad wanted to keep kids for a few days, so I took sick leave. Put them on the spot. Brad suggested taking day off next day, borrowing Buddy Jack's bass boat, spending day on lake to ensure we wouldn't be bothering ladies. I agreed initially. Early next morning, Jack was waiting with boat. Brad prepared lunch. As Brad asked if I was getting in truck, I informed him I'd decided not to go. After a couple well-placed swear words and physical threats, Jack and Brad took off. Went inside, poured coffee, turned off Nancy's cell phone. Called my dad, chatted for about 2 hours, ignoring constant call waiting tones. When Megan and Nancy got up, they had 2 hours to get to clinic. Said I wanted to spend day with them since I was leaving that night. They claimed they were shopping for lingerie and didn't want me around. Insisted on coming along anyway. Took forever at gas stations servicing my car while they fumed. Parked far from mall entrance. Let them shop while keeping them in sight. They bought few things just for show, spent most time in serious discussion. The appointment time passed. I'd succeeded in delaying the inevitable. Had lunch at Olive Garden, got home around 2 p.m. I was smiling whole time, knowing they were upset with me. That evening, requested private conversation with Megan in kitchen. Got straight to point, quit your job, and stop seeing Kirk Langford. She refused again, gave me ultimatum to either change topic or leave. Reached into manila envelope and pulled out divorce papers. Explained I'd asked her at least 10 times in last 2 months, and each time she refused. She glared at me, expressing frustration. Stated I couldn't divorce her just because she wouldn't quit job. Insisted for divorce there needed to be grounds, and I didn't have any. I responded by reaching into manila envelope and bringing out stack of photos. Placed 6 pictures of Megan with Kirk on table, asked if she had sex with him. As I continued putting more pictures on table, she started screaming at me, urging me to stop. Called me sneaky person. Accused me of behaving like pervert. My cell phone rang. Answered it, learning Dad would arrive in 10 minutes with Megan's belongings. Informed her dad was bringing her stuff, explaining locks had been changed at our house. Handed her title to her car, included half money from bank accounts. Outlined arrangements for visitation rights with kids. Added that I had DVD from May 10th visit she and Kirk made to Scandia Motel, which was 2 hours long. As I collected photos, clarified I hadn't taken any of these. Wasn't concerned about her activities, just didn't appreciate being deceived. Lastly, removed safety pin from keychain and slid it across table. Revealed I'd used it to poke holes in all her contraceptives for past 2 months. Mentioned she'd used 48 rubbers in last 2 weeks alone, and Kirk had been more fortunate than I ever dreamed. She responded with anger, calling me miserable weasel and deeming my actions most despicable thing she'd ever heard. I retorted, stating most despicable thing was having an affair with someone outside marriage. Noted she never apologized or expressed remorse. As I left, told her goodbye and wished her well with her termination. Brad questioned my actions, stating I couldn't throw away 14-year marriage over misunderstanding. I challenged him, asking why my wife had really come down to visit them. Eventually, he apologized and offered to help unload truck. Kirk and Megan were both fired from Globe Insurance next week. Megan refused to sign affidavit, but lawyer said he had strong enough case. Never heard from her after that night. She didn't come see children. They didn't mind because they were forming good bond with Janet. We spent a lot of time together as family. Kids and I were learning about koi and having great time. After 4 months, both divorces were final. Megan never fought hers, but Kirk went down kicking and screaming. He lost house, all investments, ended up paying large monthly alimony. Few days before Christmas, Megan came to house with presents for kids. I was polite, didn't ruin holiday spirit. She stayed about 2 hours, then left quietly. Nothing was said between us about divorce or affair. Put house up for sale. 2 months later, moved in with Janet. Kirk took job in Omaha. Megan went with him. Few months later, Kirk disappeared without telling her where he was going. Megan moved back with Nancy after Brad left for Alaska pipeline job. Nancy received divorce papers 2 months later. Two sisters are good company for each other. Janet and I are comfortable together. She adores kids, and they feel same way about her. Planning on getting married in June and spend every moment practicing for honeymoon. Sometimes karma works perfectly, and cheaters get exactly what they deserve.